Did you ever hear this while growing up? Just go to school, get good grades so you can get a secure and well-paid job. I bet that 95% of you have been raised to believe that this is the road to financial success. I know that I was. And this path might be the most suitable for some people, but definitely not for everyone. In Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki explains that there are 4 different paths to become wealthy, but some of them are more efficient than others. Takeaway number 1, the Cash Flow Quadrant. The Cash Flow Quadrant is a simple model that explains that wealth can come from 4 different sources. Which quadrant you belong to depends on where most of your income comes from. The 4 different quadrants are E, the employee, S, the small business owner or self-employed, B, the big business owner, and I, the investor. The employee strives for security. He achieves financial success by climbing the corporate ladder. And you might find him say something like, "I'm looking for a secure job with nice colleagues and great benefits." The small business owner or self-employed, on the other hand, strives for control. He achieves financial success by becoming highly specialized in a demanding field. And you might find him say something like, "I'm looking for a job where I can be compensated well for my skills and time, where I am in charge." The big business owner strives for freedom. He achieves financial success by creating a profitable business system. And you might hear him say something like, "I'm looking for people that are smarter than me to run my business for me." The investor also strives for freedom, but he does this through allocating money to where it has the highest expected return. You might hear him say something like, "I'm looking for a place where my money can work for me in the most profitable way possible." Takeaway number 2, OPT and OPM. The number 1 difference between the left side of the cash flow quadrant and the right side is OPT and OPM. OPT stands for other people's time and OPM for other people's money. A person from the B quadrant uses OPT and OPM when he is designing a business system where he can hire people from the E and S quadrants while using money from people of the I quadrant. Typically, he also invests a lot of his own time to kickstart the business, but in the long run, this is not essential, and becoming a more passive owner of the business is possible. A person from the I quadrant uses OPT to generate income from his money alone, and if he's skilled enough, he can typically apply other people's money as well as his own money to scale his investment profits. Herein lies the big difference. People from the E and S quadrants never get to use OPT or OPM. Therefore, the more successful they become in their quadrants, the more money they make, but at the same time, their workload increases. Takeaway number 3, the pros and cons of the quadrants. E, the employee. Pros: reduced financial uncertainty, paid vacation, health insurance and other benefits, and colleagues. Cons: success means more work and less free time. Your performance is often higher than your salary, if you are not a slacker, that is, and colleagues, especially bosses. S, the small business owner or self-employed. Pros: you are your own boss. You're paid according to performance. Cons: success means more work and less free time. And financial uncertainty. You might lose money on this. B, the big business owner. Pros: OPT and OPM. Financial freedom can be achieved very quickly. And a greater portion of your profits goes to you. In other words, you pay less tax. Cons: financial uncertainty. You might lose money. It requires a different set of skills than what school teaches. And you'll have to manage people. I, the investor. Pros: OPT and OPM. Financial freedom can be achieved quickly. A greater portion of your profits goes to you, in other words, less tax. And it can be passive. Cons: financial uncertainty. You might lose money. Takeaway number 4. Breaking the addiction, moving to the right side. So, There are pros and cons with all the quadrants, but the right side is where financial freedom can be achieved the fastest. Therefore, we might ask ourselves, how can we move to this side? Money has an addictive power, much like sex or drugs. Therefore, when you earn money through a specific quadrant, you'll be addicted to that quadrant. If you earn money as an employee for a large company, for instance, your brain will associate that type of work with a cash reward. Switching from one quadrant to another becomes more difficult because of this. Moreover, if you've been raised in a family where degrees, job security, paid vacation, and governmental pension has been highly valued, you might have a difficult transition to make. Here are some potential mental obstacles for the conversion.
You're taking too many risks. You might fail. Money can't buy happiness anyways.
As if this wasn't enough, our educational system is built so that it rewards those who make the least number of mistakes and punishes those who make the most. In the B and I quadrants, you must act in the complete opposite way. People who take action will also make the most mistakes, but in the long run, these people will learn more and achieve more as business owners and/or investors. Thomas Edison was criticized for making 1,014 mistakes before creating the electric light bulb. In response, he said, "I did not fail 1,014 times. I successfully found out what did not work 1,014 times." The transition won't be easy, but a great start is to surround yourself with people who have made the journey before and learn from those that are already successful in the B and I quadrants. Takeaway number 5, the 5 levels of investors. According to Robert Kiyosaki, there are 5 different levels of investors. Starting from the bottom, we have 1. The zero financial intelligence level. At this level, we have the people who have nothing to invest at all. Each month, their expenses are higher than their income, often because they forget to pay themselves first, which is the most fundamental strategy for wealth building taught in the classic The Richest Man in Babylon. 2. The savers are losers level. Placing hard-earned money under a mattress or in a low-interest bank account will put you in the top 50% of people financially, but that doesn't mean that it's a solid personal finance plan. Why? Because of inflation. Between 1980 and 2017, the value of the Swedish crown was reduced by 69%, for instance. 3. The I'm too busy level. A lot of people are simply too busy with their careers, family, friends, and vacations to dedicate time to investing. They therefore hand over their money to someone else to do it. The problem with this approach is that such a person will never learn how to invest. 4. The I'm a professional level. This is the do-it-yourself investor. He uses his own money and takes his own decisions. He is educating himself in the subject, but hasn't evolved to the last level yet. As you are watching this channel, I expect that you already are at this level, or higher, or that your intentions are to get here. 5. The capitalist level. This is an investor who comes from the B quadrant and has learned how to use the concepts from there in his investing. For example, he is not investing alone. He has advisors that help him gather information about the markets, and in that using OPT. Furthermore, he uses OPM as well as his own money. He has also learned how to use corporations to reduce taxation levels of his capital gains. The level 5 investor is the person who will reach financial freedom first among all of the investors. What level of investor are you? Here's the recap. There are 4 different roads to financial success. You may succeed as the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, and/or the investor. The right side of the cash flow quadrant uses OPT and OPM. There are pros and cons with each of the quadrants, and depending on your personality and goals in life, one might be more suitable than the others. If you wish to move to the B and I quadrants, you must learn to accept risks, make mistakes, and surround yourself with others that have achieved what you wish to do. There are 5 levels of investors, and the greatest profits goes to the level 5 investor, who has learned how to implement business concepts in his investing approach. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
All right, everybody, give me some feedback. I want to hear from at least one person before I get started.
All right, everyone, we're about to get started, but Antonio would like each of you to give one thing that you've learned from what you just watched.
I go first.
Anybody got something to share?
Capitalist.
Exactly. That's why I scream that for loud from the rooftops. Even though I don't agree with capitalism, I am a capitalist.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Shaker. Can I go first?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I learned is if you want to go for something that you've never had before, you must be willing to do something that you've never done before. The last bit which says learn to take risks, learn to make mistakes, and surround yourself with people that have already achieved things that you need to achieve. You can't resonate at a higher frequency if you are not operating at a higher frequency already.
Indeed. Let me get one more person before I start slapping everybody in the face.
I'll go.
All right.
I find it fascinating that they compared money to having sex, which I thought was insane, especially the gratification that you get from that. So the fact that you're in there, you're making your money is the same gratification. Insane.
Yeah, no doubt. So I've got a lot to say, and we're starting off with cash flow quadrant. We're going to build to stuff, but you need cash flow quadrant in you. Robert Kiyosaki broke this down in a manner that cannot be disputed. This will be as timeless as Think and Grow Rich. It just will be. As additional reading, I would tell all of you to contemporarily to read at the same time. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. They should be read simultaneously. Even the guy doing this video brought up Richest Man in Babylon. I left that book out. I meant to say 4. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Man in Babylon, Cash Flow Quadrant, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And every time people ask me for books, I say these 4 books. If you never need to read another book, you wouldn't have to. These are the books. Let me tell you who is going to struggle from this class today. White women, anybody from India, black people. You're going to struggle. I'm looking at my audience, okay? White women, anybody from India, and black people. Why can I boldly tell you that? Because if you, what's the responsibility of white women? You know better. Oh, don't fool me now. Now, y'all know. I tell you what, I'm going to treat this like OBA. This is you know how I've done the finances so far? I told you I was going to do this, and I told you tomorrow will be the last day. I have hit the most important day so far. As a matter of fact, every day I've done so far has led to a climax for today and tomorrow. And if you've listened to every day, they've increasingly got harder and harder and harder. Okay? So I'm going to treat this like OBA. Forget if you can. I want most cameras on. All right? I know it's early. I need vocal. If you don't have your camera on, I need you talking. Because this ain't for me. I got this. This is for you. And I need to know when I need to repeat something. Because y'all asked me to do this, right? So we changed the whole agenda. I need to know when to repeat something. So come, cameras on, vocal, be vocal. If you can't have your camera on, I respect that because it's early in the day. It's not 5 o'clock. But I'm going to need you talking. No fly on the wall. And if I got to go round robin, I will, but no fly on the wall. This is for you. Black women, black people, period, white women, and Indian, people from India. I'm just looking at my audience here. You're going to have the most time struggling with this. Why? Because white women know better. What do white women supposed to have? Degrees and stuff. Don't fool me now. White women are taught to be perfect and to be silent and to be all sorts of stuff. And with that, you're taught a system of achievement, and that's all in the E quadrant. Black people are taught, and don't fool me, if you want to be successful, you need to be 2 times better. Somebody finish that for me.
Than they are.
Now, who's the they?
White folk.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pam Norris. Thank you very much. Indians are taught to have a technical degree, go to school, get a good job, and if you try to do anything in humanities, you are a disgrace upon your society. Am I wrong? Do I have an Indian who will speak up for me?
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. You're treated nothing short of an outcast.
Nothing short of an outcast is what my Indian brother Shaker just said. All 3 of you people groups are going to struggle with this, and I have to release you of that struggle. So thank you for giving me your feedback. If your camera is not on, thank you. And thank you for cutting your camera on as well. I need either visual feedback or audio feedback, but I need feedback. Outstanding. Someone actually, I gave my ear. Oh, go ahead, Denise.
You could probably add another group to that of Black women, because we have another layer of.
A whole nother layer. You ain't lying. And I know I thought about it too, but I was like, well, but you ain't lying, because you got to. I wouldn't say 2 times harder, but I would say 3 times harder, maybe 4, because you're expected to be. I don't even know.
Be strong, but not too strong.
Right.
Work
right.
hard, but don't talk about working hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then because you're strong, you don't even get the proper treatment or medical treatment, because for whatever reason the world just thinks Black women can handle anything, so that's fine, right? You just boom, right? You got to think this is hard for you. I'm not attempting to bring up Indian nationality, culture, nation, or white women or this. I'm just trying to tell you that y'all fit to hear me through your culture. I have no choice here. Now, I'm going to share a picture with you, and I'm going to talk for a little bit while this picture is being shared, because I want you to re-see the video. Now, I just looked yesterday for wrong. That's the video. I just looked yesterday for a video that I thought would explain it pretty well. Here is basically this picture written out. You got ESBI, just like that, okay? Now, left side is where most of you are. Hold on. Left side is where every last one of you are. Yes. Yes. Every last one of you. Maybe one is not, and that's a possible maybe. And you don't have to figure out if you're on the left side or the right side. Here's how you determine. So where does my money come from? So I want all of you to ask yourself, where does most of my money come from? So let's have fun real quick. Let's be objective. Law, can you give me a percentage of the word most? We're going to establish what most means before we move forward. Doesn't matter. It's yours. What do you run the world. Give it to me.
Well, in my take, 100% is mine, but I would probably go with 75% because I do with other things too. But yeah,
75%. Does anybody have any strong objections to 75%?
I have a question here.
Sure.
I'm attempting to establish the percentage. So is it, I mean, do you ask yourself, is it going to run your kitchen fires? Is it going to give you your bread and butter? Is it going to help you with everything else that your monthly commitments are? Then that becomes 100%.
No doubt. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right now, I want y'all to think about, so all of you make enough money not to be embarrassed. That means you're using your parents' money. You live with your parents. Something like there's something you have access to enough money not to be embarrassed. Can we? Is this fair? No, this isn't fair. I just want I want
Yeah.
to make
So
sure. Go ahead.
yeah. So no, so I'm not. I mean, I do not have that sort of luxury where I have the parents' money. I mean, I have access to it, but I do not choose to utilize it unless I'm pushed between a rock and a hard place. And for the last couple of months, probably over 24 months, I have been doing something on my own, and you can say I'm testing my testicular fortitude there.
Yeah, I do understand. I do understand. Do understand. Very wise. Very wisely said. Do understand. I had to. Is Grace on? I know she's making a mail run for us. I had to tell Grace one day. This is a long time ago. I had to listen. Say I don't got no parents, Grace. There's no grandparents. I don't have no parents. I've been living on my own since 6. I said there's 4 years of my life where I was adopted, and then another 6 years of my life, or 5 years of my life, in which someone reared me up. That's 9 years. I said, Grace, 9 times 4 is 36. So that automatically would be 25%. You add an extra 2 years, Grace, for 20% of my life, I have not been able to fall back on anything. So do the damn work or not. But your ability to have a safety net is killing everyone else, right? Literally, I said, doesn't matter. Boom. And she went back to being Superwoman. No problem. Thought process here. I'm not talking about me. I don't want you lying about your quadrant. 100% of my stuff comes from the right side. Doesn't matter where yet, we'll discuss it. This isn't a level of genius. This is what I want all of you to understand. Your quadrant has nothing to do with your intelligence. It has everything to do with your financial intelligence. These are two different things.
Yeah, I'm from the self-employed.
Okay, and this is why I'm doing this, because my assessment is everybody hearing me is in the S quadrant. It's my assessment. No matter how successful you are, is, have been, will be, you're in the S quadrant. But I don't want to tell you that. I want to objectively discuss what is most. Law presented 75%. Does anyone have any strong objections to 75%? Does anyone have a strong emotional desire to increase it from 75%? Therefore, most of our audience, or all of our audience, says 75% is an objective number. So now we're dealing with objectivity. We have agreed 75%. I want all of you to look at this picture. And I'm going to give more details to it. But if 75% or more of your income comes from one of these quadrants, that's the quadrant you're in. This isn't something you have to say out loud, but I want you to account for your quadrant. Count for your quadrant. All right, good stuff. Now, I got you, Law. Did you raise your hand? I think I saw you raise your hand. Okay. Let me explain. The E quadrant is someone who is an employee. Well, actually, let me explain what a picture is up. It basically means you have a job. The S quadrant means you own the job. It's okay. I'm going to break this down even more. The B quadrant means you own a system and people work for you. But this is simplicity. And then the I says you own money and money works for you. And if 75% of because this is why I use this. Remember I said all of you make enough money not to be embarrassed. I'm saying the money that you generate or have access to that allows you not to be made fun of and sleep under a bridge, and that puts you on somewhere of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That money, 75% objectively, which was established by law, agreed by all. That's your quadrant. Some of you will find yourself in the E and the S at the same time, because the S is nothing but an E that desired to be a control freak. That's all. It's nothing, no different. They're going to be nice to you, sugar. I'm not. Okay? I'm going to tell you what it is with elbows to the face for the next 15 minutes so I can then Joel Osteen walk you to the bliss. But I need you to account where you are. You have to. You have to account for where you are, because until I admitted that I was a loser, a waste of oxygen on planet Earth, adding no value, wasting what the opportunity that I had to be a human being, and literally, I didn't add value, I took value, Pam Norris. If you took me in your life, I was going to bring you down to my self-esteem because I couldn't handle you where you were. And when I admitted that to myself, I was able to move forward. And we all know someone like that, or we are someone like that. All right. Somebody just sent me a private message, said, unfortunately, I am still 100% E quadrant. And they own business and do deals, but they recognize they are in the E quadrant with the illusion of being a business owner. Are we getting some ground here? Okay, you expressed that. Deanna's whole face. Go ahead. And I hope you cry too. I hope you cry. It's gonna be good for the camera. Go ahead. Don't say it on the camera. Say it on the camera.
I was having a conversation with Mr. 8-Man, Mr. Lalo Holt, and we were talking about business and business owners, how Antonio once told me, if you can't walk away from your business, if you walk away from your business and it ends, you're not a business owner. No. You're self-employed. That's facts. So to whoever just said, I am 100% still in the E quadrant, even though I own my own business, I too am in that category. While I am COO,
I didn't let nobody make it. I exempted no one. You understand? Not you, super close to me, not Phil Susan, whom I respect so much. I exempted no one, because we're not talking about favoritism. We're talking about capitalism. Do you understand? And that's the first time it sunk in. Say it on the mic. Your energy needs to be felt.
This is the first time it just really sunk in. Like, dude, you're still an employee. You want to be a business mogul, but you're still an employee. So now my mindset is in that the moment it sunk, my mindset went to, okay, business mode. If I walk away from my business today, it will fail. So what do I need to implement and put into place where I can walk away from my business today and it will still be functioning? It will still be bringing in money. You know, so Antonio's been telling me this for years, but it just now just really just sunk in for me.
The good thing is I'm blessing all of you to get to the B&I. I'm not holding you back. I am not using your poverty condition to keep you my labor force or my customers. Every conversation I've ever had with me has been get to the B&I. We don't have any other conversations. I'm not taking advantage of your geographical location in poverty or prosperity. So you're all getting the right information. You just receive differently and you're going to harvest differently because no harvest comes out the ground at the same time. It just doesn't. Let me give you a free tip. You can have everything in this world that you want. You just cannot have it at the same time. And the faster you receive that, is the faster you will find your bliss. Because God has never told you no. There is only a series of yeses. You just can't handle that yes sometimes means one or two things. Yes, it's coming, or yes, you can have that doubt you just sowed. But you always get yes. Go ahead, Law.
That always brings me back to the lessons in which I learned from being disabled. And one of the number one lessons I learned from being disabled is gratitude. I really learned gratitude. But when you said what you said, because I was on this journey at 23 or what have you, and I accomplished a lot before the age of 23, and then everything changed in that aspect. But I was trying to get so much, being this millionaire that I am, I was on my journey of becoming that, and I didn't get it at that time. So is that the reason why?
Absolutely. Because I can give you all sorts of answers. Since
Before you add your answer, let me
Mm-hmm.
add a little more to that. So at the age of 20, 21 or what have you, I, was living on my own. I had my own apartment, I had my own car, I had money in the bank, I had a pretty thriving business. I was traveling around. I was doing a lot of things that a lot of individuals my age wasn't doing or didn't have. They were still at home with their parents, and I graduated college in 3 years flat. So now that I add that perspective, I'll receive your answer.
No doubt. Let's bring God into this situation. Since you hit me on a God-like energy, so I'm going to give you back a God-like response. Is that fair? That's where your energy was with your conversation. I'm going to play camera tricks with my hands, and I'm going to go closer to the camera as my hand gets bigger to give you the illusion that it's closer. Is this fair? I'm catching you all up so we can do the same thing. I want you to imagine, Law, that these are the hands of God. Okay? It's cool. And Law says, I want to go to college. Boom. And right there, hand goes, sure. And all the way, there is Law. And then at some point 3 years later, flat, boom, there you go. Receive it. You understand? Then Law says, well, so this is what really happened. I want to go to college. And then it kept coming. It was moving too slow. I want to go to that college, New York State University. Oh, okay. So let me pull from all the colleges. Let me give you this one specific because I'm very specific when I bless you. I don't give general blessings. Help me, somebody. Okay? And I want to graduate in 3 years flat. Got you. And I want to do it 9. I'm willing to die for it. There you go. Boom. All right? Watch this here. Then Law says, I want to show everybody that I meant what I said when I said it. Not a problem. And that's all I really care about. All right. That's all I really care about. Okay, well, no problem. So let me give you all you really care about. Because I was giving you unlimited prosperity. You limited it. I was giving you everything you asked for. I'm only going to say yes. I didn't take this. I switched hands. You want to show everybody I got it. So you don't want the millionaire at 23. You want to show everybody that you were as good as you said it. So I switched that, and here you go. Now, go be sick for a few years. Happens to all y'all.
I receive. Good gosh, I receive. Almighty.
Go ahead, Monica.
I'm just sitting here like, man, perspective. You have me like thinking of my life too. I'm just like, man.
This is what happens. This is me. I want to be rich and famous. Okay, get out the trash can. All right, but rich and famous. Okay. No. Rich and famous. Okay. Well, I want to be a businessman. Specific. Okay. Got you. Okay. I want to be a businessman and out of Galveston, and I want to learn. Okay. Boom. United States Army. There you go. Go be a poor businessman. Why in the Army? It's good. Got you. No worries. I achieved massive success in the Army. That was this big compared to what I have now. Then I said, I like that. But you know what I really want? I want to be a millionaire. All right, no problem. Got you. Well, yeah, I want to be a millionaire, but a millionaire. All right, no problem. No, but I want to be a millionaire. No problem. I'm not telling you no. Why it ain't coming yet? What does a millionaire look like? You want net worth? I got too much millionaire stuff back here to choose from. Well, I want to be a millionaire that does it through business and help other people make money at the same time. And I also want to be able to still be that rich and famous, but I want to be intellectually available enough to where I can actually feel validated in myself and all that stuff. Okay, well, let me give you a spirit to read and all that stuff. Now I know what you want. Here you go. Boom. Now I want to be a 100 billionaire. Okay, that's pretty specific. What kind? I don't know. All right, well, it's going to stay back here until you know. I'm not to say nothing different than Think and Grow Rich. Okay, go ahead, Deanna. Go ahead.
Okay, so so I want to make sure I have some real good clarity on this one. Don't just say, I want to take over the world.
That's too specific. That's too general.
Say, I want to take over the world like this. But if your motives are incorrect, you will be limiting yourself on the abundance that you're actually supposed to receive.
If your motives are not correct, you would get the full abundance and harvest of your motives. You won't limit yourself at all. You will get the fullness.
That's what I learned.
Yes.
Because my motives before was solely for me and my upbringing, growing up in Portugal, not having anything, not doing that. To whereas now my motives is changing the lives of others, and in turn it is then changing my own, which brings me even greater gratification.
Which also gives you more money, because you can't change just your life with limited money. There is no limited. The only time there is limited is when man creates it. But watch, so I gave you the first half of that. I said, Law, I'm going to tell you two things. God answered. I'm still answering Law's question. Then, this is what I had to find out the hard way, sugar. Then I was very specific. I want to be 100. Let's just go. I want to be a millionaire. I want to change the world. I want to be specific. I want to do it to the ATS JR companies, and I want it by this date, and this is what I want. And then God was like, well, sure, here it comes. And then those dominant thoughts kicked in, but I ain't going to do it. I'm black. Oh, well, sure, here you go. You're going to get, I'm not going to do it. I'm black. I got you. I had it in this hand, but your dominant thought said, but I'm not going to do it. I got you. God didn't take nothing back. He's like, so you want this one then. You want more reason not to do it and not to get. All right. So that's the answer to your question, Law. You understand? You're always getting what you want. Always. Now, all of that, for y'all to understand, ESBI is exactly what you want. If you think I taught you something, let's roll. This is how this is. The first thing you need to understand, and I jotted down plenty of notes for y'all, it's only 4 ways, according to Cash Flow Quadrant, that you can get this, ESBI. How do I know what I want? Well, where the 75%, and when am I drawing the 75%? From Law said it, y'all agreed. Law could have said 90%, and I would have asked y'all, whatever the collective says, that's what we're doing. So now you know what quadrant you're in. But that quadrant has a dialogue. I actually wrote this in my 2014 book, Keep Walking. I literally do. One of those chapters says, winning has a pathology, and so does losing. And I spent the whole chapter breaking down the losing pathology because I was an expert at it, and how I adopted a winning pathology. And losing has words, and they sound like this. I just want to be safe. I'm looking for security. If you're in the E quadrant, you should write this down. Because the more you say it, forget that you're speaking into existence, you're telling yourself what you are, and you need to account for that. I want to be safe. I want a good job. It's hard out here. I need benefits. Well, I don't want to lose my insurance. Oh, don't fool me now. I don't want to lose my insurance. I want benefits. Well, I want weekends off. Uh-oh. Oh, you thought that was prosperity you were speaking? It is. Prosperity in the E quadrant. Okay, I got Dad over here cracking up. Look, every last one of these, you can get financial freedom in every last one of these. This one's just going to take 60 years. You can pull this one off in 60 days, depending on the kind of investment. Every last one of these have unlimited, unbounded prosperity in each one. But capitalism says, if you an E, oh, well, you know your place. I'll show you here in a second. If you're in the E quadrant, I got you, Shaker. If you're in the E quadrant, you talk like such. Like I've just given you examples. Well, I want the vacation time. I want the days off. I want to send my kids to school. I want people to take me seriously. I need the degree to do what I need to do next. All this stuff, that's E quadrant. Go ahead, Shaker.
So, somebody such as I, who's not aware of such quadrants existed, the very fact that I have never thought, the kind of message that I hear from you is that you have to be very careful with what you ask for, and you demonstrated that through the hand coming close to the video camera. Now, if somebody has to ask a question, be specific. How can I be specific if I have to see myself operate out of the I quadrant? Because I don't know. I don't know such a quadrant exists. So I don't even know that I can ask such questions from that quadrant. You see, I have never seen light the intensity of the sun. I have always seen light the intensity of, say, a light bulb. You see what I'm saying?
That was very well said.
Would I even know that there is a light bulb exists which is 1,000,000 times brighter than the brightest bulb that I've ever seen in my life? So how I wouldn't even know how to frame a question. Am I able to?
Yeah, I got you. And first off, thank you for your transparency, because you helping so many people, for one. Here's his question in its simplicity. I don't even know which question to ask, Antonio, for you to help me get to the I. I don't even know what that. I know I got a question, but I don't even know the question. And the reason I know the question, because you just showed me sunlight for the first time. And I've been looking at light bulb thinking it can't get brighter than this. All right. Every time you hear me talk, I talk like an I. But my path to I was the most successful path, and we'll get to it in a little bit. So let me answer your question, and then I'm going to answer the question again 30 minutes from now, which is just going to reinforce it, but I'll answer it right now. I don't want that. Every time you hear me say what I don't want, so all the prosperity people go, oh, don't say that, don't. No, I don't want to work for nothing. I literally said it this morning. Vimeo. Remember when one of the wisest things I said today was, I thought about it. Vimeo offered me a fantastic deal. And if I was self-employed, I would have took it. Vimeo said, they would have had me on Apple, Android. They were going to build that Google app. They were going to build an Android app. Man, immediately I was going to be cross-playable on millions of devices overnight. And I said, but damn, that makes me got to go out there and be like, great. I got to make sure I go get these people and keep them. Then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to say, well, let's fix this and let's fix this and let's rush to 4K and let's do this. But my customers ain't complaining right now. Let me do this. No, that's too much. All that let me. I'm not doing that, Shaker. I want to sit back and tell you, hey, I got a great deal for you. And I want you to have the pressure of being great. I just want to build a great system and sit back and drink some tea. I want my money to work harder than me. And I gave up my 20s and my 30s to do so. My whole mindset is I. The only reason Satish Adaha exists is because I said, run me my money, I ain't doing nothing. And Satish went and got the smartest people. And I said, don't do nothing when this software, and every time they try to rush, I said, don't rush. Because I know the moment that software is done, guess what? I'm going to sit back and I'm going to go, hey, everybody, go get your dreams. Go get your dreams. Go get your dreams. And I'm going to be nice and give you what no one else is going to give you and make it easy. But the whole time, I'm going to go, what's on TV? I haven't watched TV in a long time. I'm getting my 20s and my 30s back this year. Does that help you with the answer to your question? When you were you don't work. Warren Buffett did not look at Geico or Coca-Cola, two companies Warren Buffett owns, and go, man, I need to fix that system. Yes, Warren Buffett owns Coca-Cola. He's the principal investor in Coca-Cola. Yes, half the products y'all love, Warren Buffett. Heinz ketchup too.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Yes. And listen, Warren Buffett did not go, you know what, Phil, I need to really fix this Dairy Queen. No, Warren Buffett said, hey, this Dairy Queen is running good. Hey, Sugar, you run that well. Don't move. Don't stay there. Keep training them folk. Checks come to me now. Keep working hard. That's I ain't come here to fix no systems. I came here to benefit from them. And take as many, actually take 100,000 people with me, because it ain't as many. I only want 100,000. And every time I tell y'all I only want 100,000, you should hear my mindset right there. Because once I get to 100,000, I'm be like, Lord, I'm done. Come on, you take me whenever you want to. I'm done. I did my part. I'm done. I've already got plan of successions. If something happens to me, they already know what to do with the company. You understand what I'm saying? Tempest, Deanna, go run this joint fantastically. I already got a plan of success. I'm 38 years old with plans of succession. I already got this. I ain't doing nothing. My kids know two things. They know they rich, and they know I ain't giving them no money. That's what they know. That's what they know. They know I'm rich, and they know I ain't giving them no money because they got to go work for it. Because there ain't no sense in me giving it to them and then crippling them. No, they got to earn it. God dog it. That's simple. That's our stuff. You understand what I'm saying? There's so many illusions around you. Now, let's back up real quick. If you're an S, oh, go ahead, Law.
The fact that you said that your children have to go out there and earn it,
That's
do you
all
think
right.
that then cripples a lot of rich children that are out there, and that's why they end up
Yes.
going through a lot of things that
Yes,
they go through?
absolutely. I was in meditation this morning, and I the first time I ever said something, I never thought about this, but I said something to y'all about a couple of days ago, how I was broke. That's how I got here. It must stay in my subconscious. So in meditation this morning, my subconscious must have been working out this problem. I had to admit to myself, Michelle, I would be absolutely irrelevant if it wasn't for being homeless. I had to pause this morning. I would add zero, and it made me think about Phil, because Phil always says something. And this morning, Phil said something, and I knew it, but I only knew it intellectually because I've heard it before. This morning, it stepped into my awareness. How many of you know those are two different things? Your intellect and your awareness are not the same things. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm literally in meditation this morning. I'm thinking about Phil. He sent me like 3 emails this morning, so I'm reading those too. And I go, without that trash can, I wouldn't know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, how the hell I know this stuff? Oh, I know it because I know it because I ain't had no choice but to know it. And then Phil always says something, and Phil, it hit me this morning in my awareness. Antonio, we choose our incarnation. Right? Don't you say that all the time, Phil? Go ahead and explain it to her, Phil, and then I'll build for that. Because you planting seeds in them now. Go ahead.
Well, this is just my conjecture. That the soul knows that it needs to do some things, and it needs some lessons, and it needs some education. So it chooses a life to be manifested in, so it gets to learn the lessons it needs to learn.
I chose my trash can. And I intellectually knew that. I heard it plenty of times. But today it hit my awareness all on its own. My subconscious must have been wrestling with the truth that Phil said for a year now. And finally it was ready to sprout out that first seed. Finally. That's how, but this is why you surround yourself with people older than you, right? Amen. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, I think I might have mentioned this another time, but we taught our kids work ethics very early. They were little entrepreneurs when they were young, and then when they came of age to work, they worked and they paid their car insurance. If they were going to drive, they paid the car insurance and had jobs, waitress jobs, this type of job, working at the kids club at the place that we worked out. And I remember Chad came home one day and he was so upset because one of Serena's friends, and we lived in a really wealthy area with the big homes and the country clubs and all that stuff. So there were a lot of those kids there. But one mother came up to Chad and said, "Oh, poor Serena. She was, her daughter and Serena were like best friends. Poor Serena, she wasn't able to come over to the party or whatever because she was working. I feel so bad for her that she's always has to work and you know, her husband's a surgeon and so she stays at home herself." But Chad puffed right up there and he said, "She doesn't have to work. It's my parent. We're learning lessons, and you know she's growing. It's better to be working. So he really let this mother have it. And I was very proud of him for
I was
that.
just saying, good for him. Yeah.
So he knew. He was a little bit older, so he knew he had already
His
gone.
direct quote is, "We don't have to work. Our parents are teaching us how to work."
Yes, that was it.
No, that's
I would tell my kids, I said, "Kids, I have one job. That's to teach you to be self-sufficient." I go, everything else is extra. So when they would come to me and ask for stuff, I says, "Now, how's this going to help you be self-sufficient?" And if they convinced me why, they got it. If they couldn't, they had to come back and rework their pitch.
I do something similar with my kids. I do something similar. They have to convince me. They have to sell me on what they want. Yeah.
But they all three have the stamina now and the work ethics, and you know, they know how to make money, and they're all three doing well through this situation. Our daughter just bought a house, and
In the middle of COVID.
yeah. Oh, and she painted the inside herself, and the hardwood floors, the new hardwood floor types, they were all scratched and all that. She did it all herself. She got the big equipment in there. It's really like a 3-person job. She worked 12-hour days, sanding that thing, and it
Got
looks
it done.
good. Yeah.
Antonio,
They
Yes,
know how
sir.
to.
the graphics that you did, while I was watching it, I said, I want to send that to my kids. Is it cash flow quadrant summary? Is that
Yes,
how you
sir.
put it on YouTube?
Yep, and I just posted the link like seconds ago in the chat as well too.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me send it to my kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you both. This is S. If you got something to prove, you're in the S quadrant in most cases. And that has no age limit. If you're still fighting for your mother's love and she didn't give it to you, you're self-employed in most cases. Okay, I'm just telling you. If you think I need to show this, you're self-employed. Why? Because what's the number one common trait in the self-employed quadrant? Control. And people who think like that have control issues. So let's break down what control is. Control is not control. Control is the absolute presence of fear. Here's what control actually is. Control is attempting to shape a hypothetical outcome so you don't have to deal with that. That's control. And that is rooted in fear. So if you say things like, I want to do it myself, or I want to control my own income, I want to determine, you're self-employed. Because what happens is you build enough around you to make sure you get the credit. Don't worry, I'll clap myself. That was weird. That was penetrating. Yes, I'm telling you. Here's what's happening. You have built a business that you can get the credit for, which means if you suffer an illness, you businesses stop. Okay, should have said your, but I was trying to do a play on the words. A doctor making $3 million a year that runs his or her own practice. Remove that doctor, there is no practice. People in the self-employed quadrant are the smartest people on planet Earth. And the name me someone smarter than someone self-employed, because I can't name one. Because we know C students become president. We know this. We ain't even got to argue that. We know that C students become presidents and A students run their campaigns. We know this. Like we know this. At this point, we got hundreds of years to know that C students run the world, A students are in labs or specialize in that something. The smartest people on planet Earth are specialists. There we go. Specialists. And India is full of the smartest people on planet Earth. Your top tech companies are CEO'd by Indians right now. Right now. You pick up a phone and ask for customer support, you're probably going to talk to an Indian. You understand? This is the way it is. It's just the way it works. When you're super smart and you have something to prove, you gravitate to self-employed. I didn't make this up. This ain't even my book. But I'm telling you, this book will go down as a classic. Go ahead, Phil.
No, I just well, let me mention something. Again, Antonio is teaching us that in the world you want to be a resource and then be likable, and then you'll be able to create clients. So part of that resource is the assessment I gave every one of you the last couple of days, that if you haven't gotten it, please get in touch with us. Now, what you need to do is go ahead and give that resource out to your contact base. That's how you show yourself as value. And the cash flow quadrant information that Antonio just gave us, that's another thing that you can email to people that you feel you need to be a resource for. So you're constantly building yourself up that you're a resource. Wow, he sent me this assessment for free. Wow, that was fun. I really learned a lot. Wow, he sent me this stuff on five answers of the cash flow project. Wow, this guy's really caring and he's interested in me. I wonder how else he can help me. And that's how you build your reputation, and that's how you build your database, and that's how you become attraction, not promotion.
Yeah, absolutely. And Grace isn't here. She's on a call. Put out that assessment. Corey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I just saw your comment in chat. Chance is Corey, by the way, y'all. He's got he's the only person I know that owns a bail bondsman and is also a bounty hunter, or whatever you call him. So you put them in jail and then bonds them out. What a brilliant capitalistic method that is. It's brilliant. Look at you with this stuff. Oh man, that's how you do it.
Hey man. I thought bounty hunters were always a thing of the Western movies, older and classically, Western jargon.
Yeah. Corey, you crazy. I love it, man. We missed you, brother. Appreciate you. Now, put that Marcus Weatherspoon link. That's not his name. She's gonna put it out there. She's gonna put it out there.
That would be Buckingham.
There you go. I don't know where Weatherspoon came from.
Marcus.
If you are E and S, you're the reason why Phil has to keep repeating this information. It's just what it is. An employee won't do it because what's in it for me? S won't do it because you lose control. Because it's not your data. And you like control. You're saying, I'm not fit to give my data. I'm not fit to send my people to someone else. This is how it works. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is how it works. No, not Jay said too much reality. Yeah, this is how it works. When you're a B, which is where you want to be, B or I, it's when you start saying stuff like, I'm finna share this link because I'm finna find somebody who do this work for me. The B is trying to say, what's this system? How can I build it? And who's finna run it? Because I'm not about to run it. I'm not about to run this company. Where is my runner? And you can be an active CEO like me and still have that mindset. You understand? Like Gary Vee, still have that mindset. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, and then the eyes will attract other eyes.
Amen to that. And that's not only is that facts, it's part of the culture because eyes know how to follow smart eyes. Oh, Warren Buffett invested over there? Well, me too. Can we allocate a few? You know what I'm saying? Just go right over there. If you have anybody talking about freedom and saying, who's going to do this for me? And they literally mean when they say, I want the smartest people around me, and actually let smart people be smart people, that's a B. And that person will get there a lot faster. Actually, forget a lot faster. I can't even put a number on how faster because the internet has exploded this number miraculously. Keep in mind, Robert Kiyosaki wrote this book before the internet was the internet as you know. Now, the eye also looking for freedom, but the eye is like, I'm not doing nothing. Where is something already producing income? And there's, okay, so here's all the income producing somethings. Which of these somethings have the best leaders to de-risk me losing my money? And they say, all right, Jerry. Okay, then let's invest in Jerry. Call a meeting. Go ahead, Phil.
Watch Shark Tank.
Fantastic. You know, I'm glad you actually brought up Shark Tank. I watched this morning. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna post. I'm gonna show it. I was on Instagram this morning. There's this page I follow that posts all these true quotes and stuff. And one of the guys from Shark Tank, it was so funny. It's just the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire. It's the difference between a successful millionaire and a billionaire. These are two different mindsets. This is why millionaire was really easy to get to. This doggone billionaire gives me headaches. Okay? This is a whole different mindset. It is completely different mindset. Let me just show you this. Everyone knows that this guy, Kevin O'Leary, is the real deal. Look at this quote. I find it amazing. If Elon Musk came into the Shark Tank and told me to invest in Tesla before he started, I would have said, no, it's too crazy. And everyone did. But look, net worth $400 million. Now, this doesn't make him look bad at all. And he said this in the context around it. He said this showing you the difference. Like, this is a prosperous interview he was having. But I want you to think about this. There is a huge difference between 400 million in mindset and, I don't know, if Elon hits his stocks right, which he's doing, he'll be 100 billionaire by the next month or something. It'd be crazy. Like, Tesla is the #1 car company in the world. Forget statistics. It is the most valuable car company in the world. Do you understand? This is what, if you don't understand Tesla, let me give it to you this way. This is what a bee does. This is how insane bees thinking is. I want you to imagine Jerry saying, I'm going to start an insurance company. Okay, go ahead, Jerry. And Jerry says, but I'm going to do it different. Oh, everybody says that, Jerry. Oh, no. I'm going to really do it different. I'm going to start an insurance company that is state-of-the-art electric cars, and I'm going to make it affordable for the whole world. Jerry, first off, sit your blankety blank over there, because what's going to happen? The whole system is going to come against him, and they have money, and they're going to put articles out because you can't do an electric car company when Detroit runs the world in cars. No more can you start an insurance company and the insurance companies are in bed with the government. And then when he started SpaceX, he was getting death threats from Russia. A private company taking on countries. That's insane. It just makes my head near explode when you think about someone like Tempest going, you know what, I'm gonna build a better rocket program than China. What? The astounding, first off, you almost got to be high to even say, I'm going to do better than countries that can just print money. It's amazing. But that's the difference between $400 million and freaking, he probably was. You're right. He probably was high. But you get what I'm saying? It's crazy. This is what a B does. Why is Elon Musk so successful? Because Elon Musk took my path. He became a successful business owner and immediately went to investing. Elon Musk made $28 million from, I got the book. He made $28 million from his, all right, I'm probably get these numbers wrong unless I can find it real quick. But I got the book. He made $28 million from, look this up. How much money Elon made from PayPal, and then where did he invest it to? It's something like he ate 28 million. Anyway, he didn't keep anything. He made 28 million. He put 10 million into SpaceX. He put the other in Tesla, and he put the other in somewhere else with his other company. And this is what happened.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
His net worth is $42.6 billion, personal net worth. So if you put Kevin O'Leary's at $400 million, then you got to go to $4 billion. Now you go to $40 billion. So he's X amount of times more than Kevin O'Leary. If you watch Shark Tank and watch it closely, they all wait. And then when Mark Cuban says, they wait till he says, because his net worth is greater than all the other sharks put together. So they always wait till what Mark says, because if Mark wants the deal, Mark can get the deal. And they all wait for him to see whether he wants the deal or not, and then they adjust their offerings accordingly.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. If he wants the deal, he can get the deal. That is too funny. If he wants the deal, he can get the deal. There's no doubt about it. Elon Musk, I'm sure there's an article out there. I got the book. I can't remember the numbers, but he started 3 companies that y'all know of today, and he put them on. You got it, Jerry?
He made $180 million from the sale of PayPal.
There you go. $180 million, and he put. Yeah, I said PayPal. Did I not say PayPal? No. PayPal. He built PayPal. Elon Musk built PayPal in a studio apartment, writing code all day. And guess what happened? The banking industry attacked him like what you think it should have done, right? Come on, you can't do that. This was online banking is appropriate now. You can't imagine a world without it. Elon invented it. He literally, once Stephen Hawking died, he's probably the smartest man on planet Earth. He probably need a few leadership classes, but he's probably the smartest man on planet Earth. Okay, he used to get some coaching from Phil, so he could, stay out of some trouble every now and then. But other than that, he took this $180 million, he invested it. He didn't take a dime. He invested his money in these 3 companies that are now billion-dollar companies, and had to borrow money for his rent the next month. That is why he's where he's at. Go ahead. He took this $180 million and split it 3 different ways. Didn't buy a single thing, and put all that money into these 3 companies. It's Tesla, it's SpaceX, and I don't know why I can't remember this other one. And
Boring company. The Boring Company.
Thank you. The Boring Company, which is he's trying to build underground tunnels, super fast shuttles right now. Thank you. I knew it was something. And had to borrow money for rent. But what he did is he said, my money's going to work for me. So he took the B and then became an investor while doing B stuff. That's the path I took. Okay, and I'll find that document to you and send it to y'all. But I've got his. I'll show you the book. Google the book written by Ashley Vance. I think I read the book once every 6 months to remind myself this is hard. This guy is the only authorized biography. Ashley Vance, yeah, I believe so. It's the only authorized biography of. Yeah. Anyway, he's the only one that's authorized. He's taking on everything. He's taking on Stripe. He's taking on everything. So there it is. Go ahead, share your screen while I'm talking. Now, let me give you more information. Actually, let me give you that book. I read this book once a month. Excuse me, once every 6 months to remind myself I'm going to get talked about. Okay, you can stop it now. They're going to beat me up. This will not be easy. So what's the deal? On the left side of this quadrant, essentially what this means is you are someone's labor, or you're in the way of your own labor force. Okay, basically what this means. Over here, you're someone's labor, and here you're your labor, and that's your problem. You can't multiply you, and you don't even have a multiply you mindset. You would never let someone make major decisions for your company. Where's Satish? Satish, unmute your mic. You would never let someone make major decisions for your company. Shoot Satish a text and tell him if he can unmute. How much you think about that?
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. Satish.
Yes, sir.
Don't want to lead you, but how many decisions do you say you make, would you say, you make concerning the company I started and put you in? Who runs that company?
You run the company.
Fair enough. Who makes those decisions?
You make the decisions.
Which decisions?
The final decisions.
Who makes all those other decisions? Don't be humble. Unmute your mic. No humbleness. Half the stuff going on over there, I don't know nothing about, Phil. I be finding out through emails. Oh, that's what happened. That's what he meant in that text message.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Those,
No, go ahead.
those decisions I make,
It's
and the
hell of a
final
decision.
ones.
They're decisions that cost me money. So they're hell of decisions. Right? And he said, basically, he comes to me and said, can we spend this money? Right? But I asked for the smartest people to do stuff. So he gets rocket scientists and lawyers to start the whole ATS entity, which is a private, what kind of company is it, Satish? It's a private something, I don't know. I don't even know. It's a private limited something company. Anyway, it allows you to do international business. I'm sure Pam knows you look like you got some expertise over here. I don't know. I don't want to know. Yeah, I just know it costs me money. I just know I know I got a $2,000 bill I need to pay for right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, and what you said is so true. You hire the smart people. Like we are right now, Ice Buddy is developing a new product to meet Charmon's needs. I gave the okay for it, but it is my VP who has her degrees in engineering and physics who's working on it. It is my chemist in New Jersey who's working on it. It is the new manufacturing firm we have vetted out of a half dozen and decided we will use them to make that particular product. They are all working on it. They give me the data on what their findings and what they're working on so we can get this new product. I don't do it. I give them, they know what I want to accomplish. And when you hire smart people like Satish, who knows what, as a CEO, what your vision is, what you want to accomplish, and what your level of excellence is, then they make decisions that's appropriate to meeting that vision for the company. And it works, and you don't have to do it. You let them work in their own genius, and that's how we do it too. It's the only way to make and grow a big company.
Absolutely. The guy who's doing our software right now, who's over it, just today announced, let me go read it. What the hell is it? You know what? I'm gonna I'll just show y'all. Where is Google? Do I have Google up? Not only do we have the #1 developer working on our program, and this ain't got nothing to do with me. Satish did this. Satish has this nasty habit of he poaches from the very best of the best, Phil. He's act like Elon Musk. He go get, who's the smartest? If I tell y'all who he got his eyes on right now, you wouldn't even believe me. Oh my God. We're going to have to send a private jet out to this person. They are the head programmer of one of the head learning management systems ever. And Satish wants them working here. He's absolutely insane. Go ahead and say something, Satish. This is our head programmer. He is a senior project manager of Sagasoft, publicly traded company, India, private limited company. Now, where is the last post? Right there. He just posted this today, or yesterday. It's typically long because this is really going to excite her. He just went through advanced computer security programming from Stanford. Okay? Because one of the things that we need around here is security on a major level. And he is one of the top information security people in the world. And now we just got even better. And he is our programmer doing your software right now. And we talk with him every day. Go ahead, Shaker.
I thought it was Fez. I didn't know it was Pawan, but good to know.
Yeah. Now I want y'all to think about this for a second. I didn't hire him. Satish did. I hired Satish. Satish went, "Can I have the best, please?" And the best was like, "Oh yeah, sure, Satish, we love you." And remember this conversation, because when we go get this next person, because Satish is crazy, you're gonna be like, "I cannot believe that happened," but it did, because he's been working on it for like 6 months now. He just gets the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. Well, someone like me would have been like, "Well, you know what? Let's just start." No, Satish is saying, "No, sir. This is your vision, and we want only the best." He says this all the time. Go ahead, Satish. I swear to God, this guy says this all the time.
When Antonio said we need to have the system best, I realized we cannot afford to have some mediocre person working on it. Not even me deciding on what software it should work, how it should be architected. So in my company, I was figuring out who is the best, and Pawan is been in demand for 4 major banks in US and 2 banks in Middle East. He is the chief architect for their software development, and I wanted to bring him here. And it was a big challenge for me to convince my management why he should be coming here. So I sold Antonio and his business to my management.
Had to.
And
why were
then,
you sending this big guy to a small client like that, and now we are the #2 client over there now? Go ahead, Steve.
Right. And I did not make Pawan. I don't know him completely. So now I needed to have some expert to build the security. So that's how I got Fayaz in. Fayaz is Chief Information Security Officer in two IT companies in Mumbai. Both of them are US based IT companies. Now he's going to consult ATS suite on security aspects. And it is easy for somebody to appoint a police to monitor, but if the developer, if the architect himself is educated with cybersecurity, software will come out really well and the police have less task. So that's how Pawan got certified on cybersecurity.
And Tempest is now super cybersecurity, developing a whole new branch of stuff. And Satish has given all our cybersecurity connections to Tempest.
Yes, all of them are going to work together, and because Pawan and Fayaz cannot make any decision on their own, it has to be aligned with ATS. So that's how Tempest is going to guide them.
Shaker's like the plan behind the plan. This is, if y'all ain't catching it like Shaker, then you just ain't catching it. I can't make you catch it, right? These are the best people in the world. And when he said 4 major banks, one of them is Chase Bank. The chief architect, their bank, is doing your software. I didn't hire these people. Satish just crazy as hell. He just thinks he can do stuff. That's B. You understand? The entire company Ricasa serves one purpose: to share the I quadrant money. It's the only purpose. It's why it has no bills. It is my publicly traded company on NASDAQ for y'all. Your shareholders getting 50%, not return on investment, paid out dividends a week, if y'all know stock talk. If you're going to invest, everybody here who knows stock talk, stock market, knows if you're going to invest in something that pays out dividends. That's stocks 101. And you this, but none of them stocks pay out 50% dividends. That entire company serves one purpose for me: I quadrant. It has one purpose, y'all. That entire company has one purpose only. There is no other purpose. I'm going after Google. I'm not thinking about y'all. I ain't thinking about them. I can't. It baffles me when I be doing interviews. People like, well, you are. They compare me to Les Brown. Not saying anything bad because I have no problem with this. Or speaker. I am not a speaker. I don't even think like that. That's too S quadrant for me. All my friends have taken 90% pay cuts due to COVID-19 because guess where their money came from? Speaking engagements. I was the only one with more online speaking engagements than anything. Why? Because I was smart? No. Did I see COVID coming? No, I didn't even have that in my lexicon. I didn't know that COVID existed. That ain't even a word. They made it up. Right? You understand what I'm saying? I understood the power of voice. And I knew I wanted in on voice. So give me all these online stuff. Give it all to me. I'm going to run these videos every chance I get, and I'm going to strip the audio, put it on voice. Sure am. I want content. I want y'all to see me 24 hours, 7 days a week. I want you to take an 8-hour break from Facebook, log back on, and the first 16 posts, you got to keep scrolling past my face. And if I ain't doing that, I ain't doing it well enough. And since that's my goal, I just lucked up when COVID came out, like it's a new pair of shoes or something. That was it. I'm an I thinker. Now, there's a path to be I that I'm going to explain to you. Before I explain that to you, you need to know everything on the left is slavery, the different forms of slavery. This left is you are literally a slave. Literally a slave. If you're in the E, you are a slave. It's called debt slavery. You're an employee. They've traded your freedom for security. Who is familiar with the feudal system? Does that ring a bell? All right, Jerry's got it. The feudal system, let me explain to you what a landlord is. You say it now as the person you give your rent to. That's not how it started. The feudal system says, oh, well, I'm a knight. And I'm not royalty. I'm not a peasant. I'm in between. I should probably get some income. Okay, peasant, I will protect your land with my skills. And for exchange for my security I give to you, I need your freedom. And you said, well, yeah, it's worth it. He said, I'm not going to give you my freedom. Well, then let him rape and pillage your women and children and take your crops. Well, wait. So what do you want? Well, I want 80% of what you got going on. That's unfair. All right. I'm a good lord, because that's literally a word. Kyrios in Greek. I don't even know what it is. Was English just Lord? We'll do 60%. Okay, Lord. Thank you. And since I'm protecting your land, I'm the Lord of your land. Thus arrives landlord. Boom. Now, from this feudalistic system is what you all live in now. You got to remember, the British conquered everything. Everything. And they Europeanized the whole world. Okay, there's a word for it, colonized. But Greeks did it before them, and it was called Hellenized or Hellenistic. Hellenistic just means Greek-like. They Hellenized the whole world. Now, that means all of you are still under the feudalistic system. And your employer says, well, Michelle, I'll tell you what, for your security, I want your freedom. I'm not going to get my freedom. Well, I tell you what, go find somebody else. Well, can we negotiate? No, I'm going to pay you $22 an hour. Okay. All right. I'm going to consistently pay you this, though. Oh, thank you. I prayed for this. Okay. You prayed for that slavery, huh? But what you're going to do is you're going to take lunch when I tell you to take lunch. Help me, somebody. You're going to be on call when I need you to be on call, and you're going to clock in. And if you mess up, I'm going to write it down so I can get rid of you should you need to be getting rid of. Because there's plenty of more slaves out there. You're the lucky one I chose. Grayson there shouting. You're the lucky one I chose. That is the E. And anyone wanting security, this is where you live. Some people wake up from this and go, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I'd rather be my own boss. And right there, that's you. Right there, that's you. Right there, that's you. Both of these, ladies and gentlemen, have one thing in common. They are slaves. This one is a slave voluntarily. This one is a slave to themselves. Watch. The more money I pay Michelle is the more money Michelle better do what I say. Help me, somebody. Who's ever been promoted to manager but had much more responsibility and were held to a much higher standard? Yeah.
Yep.
That's the system. I'm going to pay you. And at first, I'm not going to pay you more until you act more. That don't even make sense in itself when you think about it. When you act more, I'll pay you more. That don't make sense. Think about this. When this software's done, y'all finna get 50% of all revenue. Y'all didn't earn that. You went with me shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying? No, right? You didn't earn it. I'm saying up front, let's take this in. It's the exact opposite. But when they say, oh no, when you act like you deserve a pay raise, I give you one, right? You understand that? This is the process, y'all. I'm telling you, this is the process. Then this one down here, oh, this one's so sneaky, because then Jerry goes, well, I'll determine my own pay raise. That sure sound good. And so Jerry go out there and work real hard. But the problem is, and we've all done it, the problem is Jerry goes, well, the more I make, I got to work harder though. I need to push more content. I need to do more things. So now Jerry got a lot of money and no time. How many of y'all been there before? More money you ever made with no time. Yep. You're either someone with a lot of time, no money. It's only 4 places you can exist. A lot of time and no money. A lot of time and a lot of money, which I like that. I like that a lot. Or, you know, in variations of this. You're self-employed. You got no money and no time. Or a lot of money and no time. And a lot of money and no time are successful S's. Oh, you don't have to believe me. How many of you had to stay up to 3 in the morning working on a pitch so you can get that deal done? Help me, somebody. Yeah, that's S. That's S. I'm not doing that. Now, I work hard because my integrity, my leadership. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this, and I'm going to say, Deanna, finish. It's not in my gifts no more. And I'm going to go drink some scotch. Y'all ain't. That's not unfair. B and I. And if you look at these quadrants and see B and I is unfair, you're wrong. Because here's what happens. You get you a good B, and the B works super hard. And you see the B working super hard, but you have an E or S mindset. You will confuse yourself to think that you are making them rich. The answer to that question is both yes and no. Because everyone on this side makes everyone on this side rich. But the big companies and the big investors bring lots of people with them. And you get to decide how much of B and I you have in you. You do know Elon's 42.2 whatever Phil said. It was like 42 billion. Whatever number he said. You do know he took a lot of people with him. He has already created 100,000 millionaires. You can't have it without it. He's already created it. Countless of 6-figure people, because they're head programmers, they're head this, they're head that. Wherever the screw is that screws the door to the frame, whoever produces that screw, they have multi-million-dollar contracts with Tesla, and all those employees have stable income. And the CEOs of those companies went from $100,000 companies to multi-million-dollar companies because Elon Musk had a dream. If you have a mindset of B while you're have the harvest of E and S, you're already a B. That's when you get into the flow of money and let them take you with them, or be foolish and try to do it yourself. But don't do it yourself, because the only way that you can get to B and I is to start off by saying, I'm not doing it myself. Satish made so many decisions last month or 2 months ago. I had to tell him stop real quick. Satish, I'll mute your mic. I'm so not lying. I said, wait a minute. Too many.
Yes, sir.
Right? He thought I was mad at him. Remember you thought I was mad at you? Was not mad. I was like, wait till the software's done. Like, wait till the software's done. When the software's done, pick it back up. Because what I'm saying is, we need money coming into, not just going out. You understand? That was me saying, Satish, wait, let's wait our money work for us, and then you can go back to that. It's very important for you to understand, because I'm about to drop some bombs on you. Some major bombs. If you look at the E and S, I'll show it to you again. Who's ever heard of other people's money? Other people's time, both of those. These two people use other people's money, other people's time. These two people are other people's money, and they are other people's time. Oh, man, that hurt. You're either someone else's money and someone else's time, or you're using someone else's money and using someone else's time. And you should write that down. This is why I ain't going back to college. I'm not going back to college. If I ever go get my doctor's degree, law, I'm going to own that damn college I got that doctor's degree from. I am. I'm going to own it. I'm going to own it myself. I'm not lying. I'm going to own it. I'm going to have a doctor. I have a board. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to school now. And y'all better not fail me either. Shoot. I follow y'all. I'm not going to do that part. But I'm serious. I always joke, Grace, every time you brought a network, and I got you, Law. This is Grace, every time you brought a network marketing pitch to me, what did I tell you?
You said the next time I get into a network marketing company, I'm going to own it.
How long I've been saying that, Grace? How many years?
Is it, okay, so I think I've known you for 5 years, so probably 5.
And I've been saying that for 5 years longer than what I was telling her. I had no idea I was going to actually speak that into existence, Sugar. I just knew that if I ever do another one, I'm going to own it. I'm telling y'all right now, if I ever go back and get my doctors, I'm going to own that school. I'm not doing it. I'm not about to. I would never apply for financial aid again. I will be partners with financial aid before I ever do that. Shaker, I went back to your question again. Can you tell me the questions of I? I just did it to you again.
Partners with financial aid. Can we can do that?
Yeah. It's not Texas A&M where you graduated from, partners with financial aid? What, this is why you can't do it?
Meet me after this call.
That's an appropriate response, Grace. Go ahead, Law.
My follow-up to what you said, because I still actually wrestle with that, because I did set a goal for myself to actually obtain a master's. I think doctorates are awesome. Don't have the inspiration for that or what have you, but still want to get a master's. But I said, when I was actually studying to go and did, and I studied like a whole summer, and I had a great time. Such a geek. Had a great time with all the mathematical equations and all that. And I said, oh, this is awesome. But then when it came time to actually take the exam, I wasn't in it. And if I'm not fully in it, I'm not going to do it. However, I did say that if I do decide to go and actually get it, which I don't think I actually need it, but because it's a goal that I set myself, I feel like I need it. But I wouldn't do it unless I can completely pay for it and I don't have to depend on financial aid.
So that you need to strike a stronger relationship with Tempest, and you need to take tips out of Tempest's book. This is what Tempest has done. She built this company. She is building something else. And so there's two people in this company that are on, I don't know, furlough's not the right word. Shannon and Tempest are following something they want to do and still being compensated for it. Y'all follow me so far? Tempest will not have to pay for school or connections. This company would pay for every single thing that she needs. I wish I had somebody. She gotta do nothing. Whatever she say, she has an unlimited check or checks for what she wants to do. That's when you own something and you can walk away from it, even though she's not walked away, right? And benefit from it. Do you understand? So you need, so who's paying for Tempest cybersecurity certifications and dreams and stuff? Her or customers? And the answer is customers. That's how you do it, Law. If you want to go back and get your master's, somebody needs to pay for your master's degree. And it shouldn't be you. Amen. I just got some very expensive stuff. Doesn't matter. And just to make sure, because there's something I anticipate with SagaSoft and the software. I anticipate y'all's success going to cause me trouble. So I jumped in front of that. And there's something I want to be able to slow down. And I'm not going to be able to slow down because once y'all start, y'all ain't trying to slow down. Once Jerry's funnel start working, Jerry ain't finna cut off his money so I can adjust. Shaking his head. So I better adjust now. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right? Like, Jerry, you signed up too many people. No, boy, Antonio, work it out. Work it out. You understand? But I didn't buy the things that I just needed. Customers did. All right, so let me finish blowing your mind. Now, remember, y'all asked me to do this. Left side, you just need to know you don't ever benefit from other people's money and other people's time. You are being leveraged for your money and being leveraged for your time. Nothing wrong with that. It's just part of life. Okay? Now, all of you want to get to I. Remember, I'm the guy, one of the minority voices, and I don't mean color, I mean less people, that tell you business is not going to make you rich. It's not. Elon Musk is not a billionaire because he's a CEO or he owns business. Do not let that fool you. He took that $180 million and reinvested it, reallocated it to 3 companies. Didn't take a single profit. He bought like a meal maybe. And then took all those businesses public. He is an investor. Investments, money, making money is the only way to be wealthy. And the only way to get to that money making money is to have a labor force. There is no other way. It's why I share with y'all as much as I can, because I'm attempting to let you work with me and not for me. There is a big difference. And you don't have to believe me. Just take all the private conversations I've had with Pam Norris, and at no point have I tried to take Pam Norris' company from her. At no point. And I haven't tried to squeeze in there. At no point have I tried to do these things. Am I lying, Pam Norris?
You're not lying. That's truth.
I ain't trying to run nothing. You can pay. I'm gonna get taken care of on the back end. In the meantime, I know she wants to stay black owned. Very important to her, and she wants to maintain ownership. You got that, right? Let's just go do this ourselves. Blah 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 blah. Very important that you get this. Forget the levels. Let me just tell you where you want to be. You want to be a capitalist. Am I telling you, Michelle, that capitalism is the savior of the world? No, it is actually not. But I don't get to go against the flow and change stuff. You gotta go with the flow and change stuff, not against. No, that's Tony. That's not right. Okay, then let's make me and Monica start dating, and Monica got kids. See, Monica has no kids. That's why I'm using her as an example, because I can't. She can't wait to you go bite. Wait a minute.
I was going to
now.
say that's a bad example then.
Yeah, and no kids. Monica and Grace are the same person, right? No kids. But that's why I'm using the example. I don't want to speak this over her. And I run it, Michelle. I run up in her house, telling her how she gonna treat her child. Oh, did y'all see that? Did you see the chip? She get that. Now wait a minute now. And this is day one, Michelle. Oh, this is day one. Oh, your son disrespectful. This is what we gonna do. Yeah, that ain't how it work. I can't go against the grain of your culture and then tell you what you gonna do with your child. So why would I do that with Pam Norris? It's not Ice Buddy her child? Uh-huh. You understand? It don't make no sense. So you don't run up in somebody's culture and go against the flow and make changes. No. You say, okay, Pam Norris, what's the behavior between you and your child? I'm listening. Okay, let me, right? And then you understand. All right, so you get it. That's why I said about it. I didn't want to speak over nobody else, real kids. Like, so you gonna get mad. Like, wait a minute now. I got my watchful eye on you. Stuff like that. That's how you do it. What you want to do is you want to be the person that your money makes money, and you want to be more like Grace in this case. This is why in this section I give you a little bit more information. Grace, you get $10. Grace gonna spend that money. It's all good. You can spend it however, Well, Grace, tell us how you spend your money first. Tell us how you spend your money. Let's do that first.
Well, 10% goes because of my beliefs. 10% goes to the Lord. 10% goes to me, and then the rest is.
You can always have Michelle as a fan every time you say that.
Then the rest is, I guess with expenses, and I love food because I'm an extrovert and all that kind of stuff. So,
right, so there you go. She has no debt. Grace doesn't have debt, so she doesn't have to worry about 10% going to debt. So she does 10, 10, 80. Grace, what dollar amount will make you then involve me in your situations?
Anything with a comma in it. Hey, Antonio, what do I do with this?
Hey, so let me give you, thank you very much. Let me give y'all this here. You want to get to the I quadrant to where you're using other people's advice, other people's expertise to make your money go faster. Grace goes, hey, what should I do with this? She ain't the only one. You know how many times Law done called? Law. Tell him, Law. Hey, I've got 25,000. Law that got just like that. Law that got, hey, I got too many commas. There's too many digits here, man. And this is my ideas. Let me just tell you, and then you can tell me what to do, right? You know what I'm saying? And I never try to work my way in Law money, and I never try to work my way into Grace money. You don't need to. What's mine is mine, and I don't need to try to make your stuff mine. But that's a whole different belief set. You understand? It's a whole different belief set. Now that you got all that, let me, because all of that, what I said, had one purpose for me to save this, because I wanted you to understand. I didn't want to teach you none of that, but I knew I had to. Because now I want to teach you how to get to $1 million. Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm sorry.
Antonio, I thought it was 10 million.
Say it again, Shaker.
I thought you had given us a figure of 10 million, minus all the bills and all of that, right? Cash flow.
Thank you. Yeah. So let's get to 10 million. Yeah, you actually did right. Yes. Let's get to 10 million after expenses. Obviously, you want to pay yourself first. Grace just said it. That's step one, right? You have to. There's a reason why you have to I'll skip a lot of reasons. Let me just tell you the universal reason. The universe will not give you money if you spend it all. Yeah, I should have saw law. If you spend it all, the universe will not be a good steward to you because you're not a good steward to it. It has nothing to do with me.
Say that one more time, please.
The universe, God, will not be a good steward to you in money because you're not a good steward to God with money.
This is what I'm constantly preaching to my siblings. Ugh.
Makes sense. Go ahead, Shaker.
Amen.
God gives money to the sower, not to the blower.
That's it. That's it. It makes sense. You can't have a farm, eat all the crops, and then say, now God, grow me another, harvest. Where the seeds at? That's what I'm saying. Listen, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I set up these laws for you to plant seeds. Did you plant seeds? No, God, I ate them all. Well, you can't have a harvest. This is universal law. Go ahead, Shaker. You want to say something?
Yeah, so that very sentence that you said, how does one get there?
You start
Who has
now.
never, yeah.
I got you. First thing you do is you start saving 10% of everything. This is straight from George's class in Richest Man in Babylon. All right. I want all of you, no matter what you do, you start saving 10% of everything. Period. Point blank. Now I'll give you the rules. I'm going to give you the five rules of gold. Well, I'm going to give you. All right. Let's go. Let's go right now. These are 3 laws of successfully handling wealth. If people, who's writing notes and who's taking notes? Okay, so you're writing, okay, pen and who's copying and pasting notes? Let me see how you want me to do this. All right, so we'll do both. Okay, what I'll do is I'll copy and paste, so it's out there in copy and paste, and you may be able to look and write at the same time. And I'll also read it so you can write it. So it's both. So I just want to see if I need to paste for y'all, because I want you paying full attention, and I'm not going to be long. The 3 laws of successfully handling wealth. I've been following these laws since 2000 I've been following these laws since 2010. I've been attracting them into my life since 2008. Okay, I didn't have them all in 2008, but I've been following. Everything I'm about to tell you now. You live on less than what you earn. That's it. You got to learn to live on at least 90% of your income. That's a law. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do, like, don't use me as an excuse for you to eat all the seeds that come from your field year by year. Don't do that. Number 2, seek advice from those who are competent through their own experience. Did I say seek advice from smart people? No. Because you know the difference between this picture? You want to know what's going to hurt most? If you're on Audible, I'm showing you the ESBI quadrant again. You know what hurts the most? This is what I can't get people to understand, even the people close to me. I can't get them to understand this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The people on the E quadrant, you know what? Everybody pay attention real quick. Pay attention. Cut your camera on if you can. Flicker it. Raise an emoji. Just let me know you're paying attention. Just pay attention. You need to know what I'm about to say. This needs to be in full receiving of the Spirit. I don't mean to go over. I'm trying to give you as much. I ain't got that much left. Please, please, please receive this. Everybody on the left side of the quadrant, they're perfect. They're better than everybody else. They think they're better than people. And they've been taught to be that way because they all did semi-well in school or well. They all stay out of trouble. They've never been to jail. All these people on the left side never got into a fight in their life. Follow the rules. They hide their low self-esteem behind perfectionism. I can keep going on and on and on. You don't have to like it, but that's you on the left. That's what this world does to you. You don't have to believe me. If you're in the United States, your current president does not exhibit none of the features or traits that you've been taught in kindergarten to act like in school. I'm not telling you he wrong. I'm just saying we would teach Jerry one thing and then go outside of those teachings of Jerry to oppress Jerry with what we taught Jerry.
Antonio, could you kindly repeat that sentence about the self-esteem? I need to hear that again. Sir.
Yes, I got you. You say you need to hear it again. Perfectionism comes from low self-esteem. You're still, you're competing with your dad, your mom, whoever, right? You still got something to prove. And if you're on the left side of this quadrant, you actually have low self-esteem or whatever. You take no risk. You can't mess up. You can't take a loss. You can't do anything because you will not be embarrassed. You will be better than other people. And I would have never done this to that person, anything like that. You have a low self-esteem. Therefore, you've never really lost. And you blame others for your mistakes. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just telling you that these people, ENS, and that's all of y'all, you're perfect. If you feel yourself getting out of that, and I say, man, I'm almost at B, that's because you've decided to start losing, which takes me to the right side of the quadrant. The biggest failures on planet Earth, the people with the most losses, the people who have been publicly embarrassed, the people who said, I'm going to write a book, and they wrote the book, and it was trash, the people who started a business, and they failed publicly, the people who have been divorced 4, 5, or 6 times, the people who have been literally ridiculed, talked about, they're on the right side. Because the one fundamental difference between the left side of the quadrant and the right side of the quadrant is the right side, you have to make a lot of mistakes to stay there. And if you are risk adverse, you're E and S. If it's got to be perfect, if you got to practice it, and if you got to do your pitch. I told Tippis the other day, don't you do that. You better go apply right now. You all this stuff, right? You better go do this great thing you got to do. Because I said Kanye West just said he running for president of the United States. Now, I'm not trying to talk about brother Kanye. Just listen to the thought process I said. I said men clearly look up and say, I think I qualify for that job I don't qualify for. I'm going to apply. This is what men do. Please prove me wrong. We look and we go, damn it, I look good right there. And we go over there. Right? And women go, no, I don't know. And I say, you better go do it. You go do it. I say, this is where you act more like a man and not like a woman. Am I telling her anything bad? No, I'm saying, women, you have been conditioned. You've been conditioned to, I don't fit these, I don't dot these I's, I don't cross these T's. That ain't what men say. Men are saying, I'm going to apply anyway. Who over there that I can know? Dad, can you get me in there? Because that's how I'm going to get in heaven. Let me tell you. I don't qualify to get in heaven. I'm going to get in heaven. It's like, hey, Jesus, what's up? Hey, hook me up, man. Hook me up, right? I'm going to need a hookup. I know y'all are well. I need all the grace I can get, Jerry. I need all the grace I can get. All of it. All right. That's your main issue here. ESES. If you are better than other people secretly, if you're a perfectionist, if it has to be right, you're not on the right side. You're not on the right side. And if you are used to being wrong and you're still over there on the left, the only difference is just that stop doing everything yourself and you fix it. Just get your business system out of your brilliance and you fix it. That's not me talking. All right, and the third thing is learn to make money work for you. These are the universal laws of handling wealth. Now, I'm going to give them to you as written in The Richest Man in Babylon. 5 Laws of Gold. I've got blogs on it. I'm going to give them to you as written in The Richest Man in Babylon. You need these. I'll try to modernize them for you, but I have them memorized in King James Version. Gold comes gladly and in increasing quantity to anybody who saves 1/10 of their earnings. We already covered that. I'll keep moving. What it basically means is if you save 10%, money will find you. All right. I usually say she thinks life holds you in the left quadrant. It does. Because you're not talking about life as what is universal. You're talking about life as a capitalistic, oppressive system that we were all born into. And winners are upholding all of your poverty conditions. This is what it is. Number 2, gold works hard and faithfully and happily to the owner who finds a profitable place for that money. What does that mean in plain English? It means that as long as you make money and put that money in a place where it can multiply, it will work really hard for you. Let me answer your question, Shaker. Number 3, gold clings to the protection of the owner who ain't stupid with it. That simple. When Grace says, hey, what should I do with this money? When Law just invested like $25,000 into himself. But he ain't do that. He didn't just say, I'm going to invest $25,000. No, he said, wait a minute. Hey, let's talk a little bit. And a little bit was like 6 months worth of talking. But he got it done. Okay, he got it done. Law asked the question, what happens when you double it 20%? Then there's a law called the law of accelerating acceleration. What it means is the faster you move towards your dreams, the faster your dreams move towards you. So if you double it, you also double the time. You would double the time it takes less for you to get it. It's a universal law. Yeah, law of accelerating acceleration. Number 4, gold slips away from the man who invested in business opportunities in which he don't know nothing about. If you invest in an area that you don't know nothing about, you're going to lose that money. Hey, Antonio, man, this guy got some art. Are you a art consumer? Nah, man, but you should probably stay away from that. You're going to lose. I don't make this up, y'all. And lastly, number 5, gold flees from the person who forces it to do impossible earnings. All right, man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $25,000 and I'm going to flip it to $2.5 million in a year. What? You're about to lose all that money on that get rich quick scheme. Warren Buffett been telling y'all that, man. Just play the long-term game. Gary Vee keeps telling y'all, man, be patient. Nah, I want it right now. And I want it right now is control issues, which makes you an S. And you went into the I quadrant with an S attitude. Help me, somebody. You can't put money in the I with an E mindset or an S mindset. You can't do that. That's that. Now, well, hell, Antonio, I got you. How you fix my situation right now? I ain't got to fix it. Let's let George S. Clason fix it. 7 cures for a lean purse. Start fattening your purse. That's simple. That means, how about you start making money? Stop cutting money. Start making money. That's it. Start fattening your purse. How? Well, save 1% of 10% of everything you earn. Okay, got it. That comes up again. What do I do second? Well, you should probably control your expenses. That's number 2. Control your expenses. You mean I shouldn't be paying $150 a month for internet if I shouldn't? Nope. No, better go to Starbucks, use that free Wi-Fi. Control your expenses. What's number 3? Make your goal multiply. It didn't say multiply you, Jerry. It didn't say work harder. Have y'all noticed that nothing in here implies work harder? Everything in here says make your money, get pregnant, and have more money. And y'all have never heard me say, go on out there and work hard. I work hard. It ain't got nothing to do with an ES mindset. I work hard to establish one thing one time. Because when I get it done, I'm going to be, ooh-wee. I don't even know how to, I'm going to find some habit. Pam Norris, I don't even know what it is. I don't even smoke weed. I might smoke weed all day. I don't even smoke weed. Smoking just ain't my thing. But I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going somewhere to let myself know I won. I might just start bodybuilding all of a sudden. And be on Michelle Instagram like this here in the workout mirror. I don't know what I'm going to do. But what I'm going to do, it ain't going to be what I'm doing now. Do you understand? Now, while that's funny, it shows you my mindset. It shows you I need all these people around me. I done already told Satish, hey, you got to run that. I'm not doing nothing. I work too hard in the Army. I ain't doing nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. Number 4 and 5, don't lose money. Number 5, you should probably, wherever you live, it should start making money for you. That's it. I'm copying and pasting for you. Don't lose money. Wherever you live, make it a profitable investment. I bought my house. Is it making money for you? No. Well, then find out a way to make your house make money for you. That's why I told Michelle don't buy a house right now. It's why I taught Tempest have other people pay your mortgage. Yeah, I'm only giving y'all universal principles. Number 6 and 7, you should probably start insuring future income. Yeah. Insure future income. And lastly, number 7, increase your ability to earn. So don't just increase your income. Get smarter, Antonio. Hell, if you made $100 a day, figure out how to make 1,000. You go, man, I'm making $100,000 a year. Why you can't make $100,000 a month now? Take it from a year to a month. And find out do it in a month, then take it to a week. Find do it in a week, then take it to a day. Find to do a day, then take it to an hour. An hour, then take it to a minute. I don't have no other mode. Now, someone's going to say, all right then, bro, I got you. So how do I get lucky? Does anybody want to? I'll skip this whole thing. Let me say. Who wants to know how do I just bump into stuff by accident too? Anybody? All right. Once again, pay yourself first. That's 3 times that popped up. Each different set, pay yourself first popped up. You do know Jesus of the New Testament spoke more about money than he did about salvation. That is a statistical fact. And 3 times in 3 different sections, pay yourself first keeps popping up. Don't you pay Bank of America more than you pay you. That's disrespectful. Okay? Now, after you do that, you need to know humans of action, they're favored by luck. You cannot have good luck thinking. Oh my God. Pull it closer. It may be messing up. You cannot think your way to good luck. Think and Grow Rich does not say just think. If you're moving forward, luck will find you. I didn't make that up, but everyone prosperous tells you the same thing. Then, don't be stupid. Be fearless, but get some education. De-risk whatever you chasing. Law had $25,000. Damn, could I do it? Law, go out there and flip that money. No. I said, Law, go protect that money first. Safety, speed, money. Ain't no sense in you getting money if it ain't safe. Michelle, that don't make no sense. All of you right now, if you got travel plans, you should be hooking up with Michelle while prices is cheap. Help me, somebody. I ain't even trying to plug you. I'm just saying it fits right here. Better a little caution. Better a little caution right now, because once the supply and demand go back up, it's going to be ridiculous. Then we cannot afford to be adequate. You cannot afford to be without adequate protection. Get insurance is what that means. And then where there is determination, there could be a way can be found. That means don't be young and stupid, Law. Spend that money on some adequate protection. Now the law is covered by a team of lawyers. It don't make no sense for Law to start buying real estate. Somebody slip, break their ankle, and take all his stuff. Don't make no sense. Now that you got all that there, last couple of things. Who has credit cards? I need 100% anticipation. Who has credit cards? 1, 2, 3. All right, this is for you. 4. All right, 5. If you have credit cards, stop using credit cards to pay your bills. It's okay if you're doing it. If you got the money to pay them off, because I know people that use credit cards to pay all their bills, because what it does is it gives you a written. It's like a ledger, because they're going to tell you everything you spent, right? It's like a ledger. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not talking about that kind of spending. I'm saying I want you to use credit cards. I just want you to do it differently. So for those of you that have cut up your credit cards, you're missing out on the valuable assistance that credit cards can give you. Turn your credit card into your employee. Okay? Credit cards give you data, and they give you spending power if you turn it into an employee. They also delay you using cash for about 30 days. Monica's right. Credit cards also get you airline miles. So if you got to spend money, then you might as well have the money you spend get you miles. Turn your credit cards into employees. If you have any other mindset, it's a middle class mindset. Turn your credit card into business cards, or turn your credit cards into. So I want you to look. I want you to say, I got 16 credit cards. You got 16 employees now. And I want you to start telling people, I own a company with 16 employees. Don't even know your employee names. Just know that Amex, Visa, Visa Platinum, Visa Gold, them are your employees, and start making them make money for you. Okay? Almost done. There's a thing called a 40% rule. I believe maybe Grant Cardone made it popular, or at least he's known for making it popular. I'm not sure, but I'll give him his just due. I said this the other day. You need to get to the point where you're saving 40% of all your income. 10% is not good enough, Grace. 10% is good enough for the middle class. Now what you want to do is be saving 40%. And saving doesn't mean save. It means get that 40% to invest. And let 40% of your soldiers go recruit more soldiers. You understand?
So the video that you sent that Grant Cardone was talking about when you get $1 million, yeah, okay.
That's why I sent it. Grace is watching the videos. I'm sending y'all stuff on purpose. I'm also testing. I also know this software is, Satisha gave me a little private update. I also know this software is almost done. And I'm looking, I already know I'm going full steam behind Jerry. I already know that. He stand out too much. You know what I'm saying? I already know Pam Norris. I already know who stands out. I'm just looking for more standouts. Sugar done sent 15 names. Got a phone one of her people today. Sugar get all my attention. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just looking for those who stand it out. That's it. That's why I keep dropping. I'm gonna drop something again today. I just want to see who's reading. If you're willing to read, then you're also willing to make money. Now that you focus on that 40% rule, last things. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to absolutely decide to become a millionaire. And I know that sounds so philosophical, but you know how many, if I ask y'all right now privately, so why you not a millionaire? Most of you are going to say, well, I'm going to get, because y'all got high level awareness, you're going to say, well, it's my fault. That's actually probably the best answer. But some of you are going to say, I just ain't never thought about it. Who would have said that? Just ain't never thought about it. Shaker's like, yeah, me. I get it. I just never crossed my mind. Okay, decide right now. You ain't the only one, Shaker. I promise you. You ain't the only one. Just never crossed my mind. Be grateful, Shaker. You've been hanging around me for a month, and now you decide to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I changed Satish over mine. Satish chasing $1 billion now. It was too small what he was trying to do. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to chase $1 billion now. You can't be that close to me and not be chasing $1 billion. Tempest ain't never want to be a billionaire. Now she ain't got a choice. She too connected to me not to be. This is what it is. The moment I get $4 billion, she get $1 billion. Something like that. I don't know. It's just, at this point, it's set in stone. Tempest, do you mind $1 billion? She probably don't mind $1 billion. I don't think she mind $1 billion. I think she can figure out what to do with it. Maybe she'll get some DVD rentals or something. Now, second thing you need to do. You need to stop all poverty behavior. Stop it. Just stop it right now. You stop it right now. Antonio, what's poverty behavior? Anything I ain't talking about. Look at people like me. See what we doing. Y'all do know I got, next to Grace, in this other office, there is a $3,000 jacket. Go pull that jacket out. Get that jacket. She gonna get that jacket. Get that jacket, Grace. When you get it, come back on camera. That's just one of them. Y'all see me in black t-shirts. Oh, come in person, black t-shirt. Catch me privately, black t-shirt. Damn t-shirt costs $6, probably $3. I'm not, clothes only make me money in certain situations. But I own too much at this point to have to do that. No. Open that thing up. See what name brand it is. I don't even know what name brand it is. And then put your microphone and talk. Talk when you do it.
This is, what is it? Okay, this is Chaps. Slim fit.
So it is, of course, it's all my stuff is slim fit. It's not going to be Italian cut or slim fit. Okay, say something so it can be on your screen.
Okay, Chaps. There we go. Chaps, right there. With all these pockets. That's what I'm talking about, man. Why they don't make female suits with pockets? Like
I don't know why they don't give y'all pockets. They don't love
Because
y'all.
you got
at
a
all.
purse.
And some of us don't carry purses all the time,
Fair enough. Y'all, I ain't wore that. Listen, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just telling you. I don't do that shit. Excuse me. I don't do that stuff. It don't make me no money. It don't make no money. I need a mad purse. Me too. My wallet be hurt when I sit on it. I'm serious. It don't make no money. My wallet is sitting right here. I'm not sitting on it. It's a leather wallet, 100% handmade. It's actually got my initials in there. It says ATS 2. But I didn't make it. My daddy is in jail. He is one hell of a leather craftsman. He made it. I sent him $300. And he knew I was graduating my master's. This is y'all should see. I got this briefcase to die for. If you look at, yeah, it's beautiful. I sent him a $16,000 briefcase. He made me a $32,000 briefcase. Made it even better. Plus this wallet. And then put, because we both ATSs. I'm junior. Put that in there. I sent $300 worth of leather. I could have bought a $16,000 briefcase, Jerry. But now that y'all know me, don't I sound like the person that would spend $300 on leather and say, could you hand make me a briefcase, please? That sound like me. Now that you know me, that sound exactly like me. It sounds exactly like me. I would never, because it don't make no money. Stop all poverty behavior. All of it. You stop all poverty behavior. If it don't make you money, don't spend it. There's a better way I say it around the office. I'm going to say it to y'all now. Stop turning your money into turds. This is what I mean. You keep spending money, going out to eat, and guess where that money is going to? 8 hours later, in the toilet. That's how you interact with money on planet Earth. You take this money and you turn it into something that you flush. I ain't doing that, Jerry. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's how I say it around the office, okay? I want y'all to pick 2 millionaires and go study them. Some of y'all problem is you got way too many mentors. You got way too many. I'm going to tell you something far different than Dave Ramsey. I'm not telling you Dave Ramsey is wrong. Dean Graziosi is wrong. I just want $100 billion. I'm Mark Cuban with it. You understand? Study 2 millionaires and just stay there. Just stay there. Just stay there. Don't do nothing else. Just stay there. All right, good stuff. Then work like a millionaire. Now this is different. A millionaire would give up their 20s and 30s, read 60 books a year, like Bill Gates says he does, in order not to work again. Do that. You work your tail off until complete. And what does complete mean? I'm going to tell you $10 million cash flow after expenses. And then you can go to Tahiti and Fiji and do barefoot things. Then stop spending money and start investing money. And then after that, Law, you need to be thinking about multiple streams of income. If the average millionaire has 7, then you go build 17. Ice Buddy should seriously consider operating every one of their products as a stream of income, and then setting financial goals for the stream of income, and then getting a human sales team to hit those stream of incomes, and then have an online division and tell that online division they better beat Monica and them. I didn't just tell you what Ice Buddy should do. I told you what we doing for real. Yeah. You got Ice Buddy, you got Ice Buddy Online. And they need to be 2 different companies with 2 different financial goals.
That's the way we're already set up.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I got
my marketing, the sales director just called me. He came back from Puerto Rico. He's here in the States for 6 months. We're reconnecting and getting hooked up again. You know, everything's being put in place and updated.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. I got 4 more. Love it. Expand your network. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I told Tempest. Now, let me just preface this statement, Michelle. I'm not saved. I'm a heathen, saved by grace. Okay, something wrong with me. I told Tippis, black man talking to black woman. I said, girl, go ahead and go. Whatever you need to do. I'm gonna be the white man to your dreams. Is what I swear to God, I said this. I did. I promise I told this yesterday, Jay. I'm not lying. Was that yesterday? I said that, Deanna. Was it yesterday? I said that I'm gonna be the white man to her dreams. This is what I meant. I'm paying. Who I gotta buy for her to win, right? Of course, she don't need me to do that, but I'm just saying. I'm saying who I need. What, $1,000 plate dinner? All right, come on. You running for district attorney? All right, here, come on. Expand your network. The middle class send their kids to college to get good grades. The upper class, the wealthy class, send their kids to college to beat the next Barack Obama. Please know, Donald Trump and them do not care about his grades. I don't know what this man made, but I bet you he worked every crowd. The same way black people join fraternities for the brotherhood and sisterhood is the same way y'all need to start thinking about your money. I ain't saying no different. Stop being you. So that was expand your network. Never lose money. It's number 8. Yeah, don't do that. This means don't you. Almost got angry. They taught us to get into a deal and make money later. I teach you something similar, as in focus on the back end. I teach you get that second sale on the front end. But I'm teaching you get that customer for free, and that is money. But don't confuse that with, okay, I just bought this house. We're going to lose 10. We're going to lose for the first 10 years. But once the economy goes up, that is trash. Don't ever lose money. Don't you ever do a deal in which you lose money. And I can't speak for y'all, but sugar, I promise you, that's the only thing I was taught. And then they laced it with God knows all right behind it. God will take care of you. I ain't trying to hear that. God want me to take care of me too. That hit some people the wrong way. Number 9. How do I put this in real words? Wealthy people make all the hard decisions fast. They don't have secret problems. They don't be subtle with their problems, and they don't let problems linger. If this is a problem, let me use Jerry's example. All right, well, listen, I ain't against you. Problem solved. As I can't wait to tell y'all. I told y'all so. Look at Jerry. I can't wait, and I'm a Donald Trump that narrative too. Jerry gonna be so embarrassed. Hey, why does he keep telling everybody? I'm gonna keep telling everybody. Okay, I'm gonna keep telling everybody. Look at Jerry. Look at Jerry. Look at Jerry. Right? I keep telling everybody. I'm telling everybody. Last one. Never quit. Never settle. 2 things I want to tell you here. And I'm not even being philosophical with it. 2 things I want to tell you here. Stop correcting people when they think you great. Okay, I'm glad you over there laughing. All that humble stuff got to go. When somebody has a favorable opinion of you, stop correcting them. Okay. And stop letting your doggone friends pull you back to poverty. Leave them alone. Okay? You can come back for them when you got money like Oprah. Right now, go find some new friends. Michelle came looking for new friends. Help me, somebody. Law looking for new friends. You find you some new friends. Them old friends, keep them where they in their place. If they make you happy and all y'all do is go out to the club or whatever, watch a movie, that's they role now. They my good friends I watch a movie with. My good friends I praise the Lord with. That's Sugar. I'm talking to Sugar. Then go find you some good friends you can praise the Lord with and make money with at the same time. Okay, these things are not mutually exclusive. You can praise the Lord and be rich at the same time. You don't have to separate these two. Okay. Yes, number 10 is what I'm talking about. Make hard decisions fast. Make hard decisions fast. Oh, no. It was never quit, never settle. What's number 10? Yeah, never quit, never settle. Number 10. All right, y'all. Let me leave you with this. That was a lot of information, a lot of transformation. Went 30 minutes over. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Antonio, what would be the motivational word that you would say to us? It's the same thing I always say. Move before you're ready. You're probably not ready to take any action I just taught you today. So, move. That you not being ready has nothing to do with you winning. You wasn't ready to have a baby. When you started puberty as a woman at 8 years old or something, you weren't ready. Your body says so. We producing these ovaries, whether you want to or not. That's the truth. Your body is ready. Your mind is strong. Move before you're ready.
Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
what was the title of the 10 things you just gave us?
I'll give you a title now.
Okay.
How to get to $10 million after expenses. Follow these 10 tips. Go ahead, Law.
It's interesting what you said as far as moving when you're not ready, because I did a live on Facebook and Instagram earlier, and it had to do with cooking. One of the things that I really want to do is actually start cooking more on lives and kind of showing some more of my vegan cuisines or what have you. And I'm constantly thinking, oh, well, you know what? The kitchen is not set up the way I wanted to. Oh, people's going to run back and forth. Oh, it's too loud. I got this 3-0 here. And I'm just like, you know what? Forget it, whatever it is, set up the lights, set up everything else, see how it goes, and just go with it. And thus far, I've been getting some pretty good feedback. And the biscuits came out really well, I might tell you. Let me tell you.
And I saw you live making the biscuits too. Sure did. Yeah. I said, look at him with his muscles making vegan biscuits. That catches how you go make it vegan. It made me say, oh, so vegan biscuits give you muscles. Got it. All right, let me pay attention to this video real quick. This is what I said. I'm not sure if that was your point, but that's what your video visually communicated.
Sex sells, and that's what I was giving.
There you go. There you go. All right. There you go. Sugar's noticeable. She got blue hair. There you go. I'm afraid a vegan diet would kill me. I think Scotch is vegan though. I think Scotch is vegan. Yes. You have a heavy vegan diet. Move before you're ready. I know you're not ready. And I'm not saying it's like, to dish you or something. Go anyway. Scotch and lobster. Go anyway. Okay? Go. Start today. So here's my challenge to you. I want you to write down every place your money goes out. That's your challenge. I said it's not hard. Write down every place your money goes out. And once you do that, figure out how to make that come back in. Every month. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to know how it's come back in. Just write it down. And once you write it down, the universe will show you how somebody else needs to pay that. You'll be fine. And the best thing you do is just use me, because it's about to go down. Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can play better. You can dominate. All right, everybody. Michelle, I'm seeing you in 20 minutes, huh? All right, we can actually do it. You ready now? All right, well, log on. All right, everybody. You can play better. You can dominate. Have a good one.
Hey everybody, my name is Monica, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I became a part of the ATS Business University. I actually have my own construction company called Women's Touch Construction, as well as I'm a real estate investor when it comes to residential properties. Well, COVID hit in February, and as you guys know, with the pandemic, a lot of things got put on pause, so my construction company got put on hold. I just bought 2 houses at one time in February, and I was having a hard time finding tenants, so I had basically 3 vacant homes at one time and no income because my construction company was put on hold. So I started going online, looking around. I found Antonio, reached out to him, and kind of told him my situation about what was going on. We talked about strengths, weaknesses. He got me involved in some of the courses. And as I was taking those courses, I realized how much I actually learned. So I initially went directly to the real estate courses because that's my passion as an investor. And the good thing about those courses that I learned is you learn different things from what you hear from your friends that are realtors. It's from an investor point of view and it's from a broker's point of view. So I was able to learn a lot about that. After those courses, I got into some of the self-help courses that also helped me grow as a person. So the good news is there's something for everyone. So depending on what your passion is, whatever you're trying to do, there's a course for you. The other thing was I'm starting a podcast. I always said I would never start a podcast, and now I'm starting a podcast because one of the courses that I was watching was on podcasting, and they're very specific on the steps to take to have a successful podcast. A podcast is going to bring you income, not just for fun, basically, because I'm always looking for other streams of income, not just to do things for fun. So I highly recommend these courses. Get involved. I guarantee there's something for everyone. It doesn't matter what your passion is, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish in life. Just get involved. The ATS community itself, when I did get involved, everybody's so positive. They help each other. There's a lot of group economics that goes on within ATS as well. So if you do have a product or a company, you can always promote that within ATS and grow your audience that way and grow your clientele that way. So I'm here to tell you, I'm doing it. I'm going through it right now. I'm growing every single day. Antonio's very hands-on as well. So if there's something you need, he'll hop on a call with you as long as you schedule it ahead of time. There's a lot of hands-on help through ATS. So just take it from me. Try it out. I promise you will not regret it. We're all here to help. We're all going to hold your hand through this process, and let's go make money together.
Hello, my name is Vastine East. Vastine East, a happy man. I'm now a proud member of the ATS University. I took a journey to get here, a unique journey. What I'm holding in my left arm is a set of drawings. I spent hours on a team with other men and women to design petrochemical plants, offshore drilling facilities, drawings, all arise from a desire to create something unique in the world to serve mankind. And I'm proud that I was once part of that team, a team of intelligent, brilliant people. In my arm, these drawings represent hours of toil and sweat. These drawings represent school, high school, college. These drawings represent coming into an industry where I earned a decent living towards the end. But regardless, at the end of all of these drawings, and the reason why I'm holding these drawings right now is to compare what I had to do in order to achieve the successes that I'd enjoyed in civil engineering as a designer. By joining the ATS University, Business University, I'm so fortunate now that at the end of the day, I go to sleep at night, reassured that I'm now doing something for me, not just based on my abilities or my intelligence, but something that rewards my love, a love of speaking, a love of traveling, a love of sharing my art. These old drawings, they represent a lot of hard work. Once the drawings are finished, I was always blessed to have the client or my lead engineer come out and say, "Where are my drawings?" And so doing, a little bit of me left every time the drawings left my drafting table or my computer. A little bit of me died. But I'm alive again with the ATS Business University. I'm able now to pursue at last a career in public speaking, to inspire others like myself. Perhaps you didn't come from a background of engineering or whatever, but you came perhaps from whatever source that earned you a living, a good living, I hope. But are you tired? Are you tired of the hustle and bustle of answering to other men's dreams? And that's what I have to say about the ATS Business University. It has allowed me to wake up and live my dreams. I'm thankful that I lived long enough as a baby boomer to leave this world knowing that I'll make a contribution not only in the past in engineering, but a moral compass has been redesigned for me to enjoy me, my gifts, my talents. I encourage anyone who is searching to find their place in the future is to link arms with the ATS Business University. I'm happy I found it, and I'm most happy that I was accepted. The ATS Business University, where you can turn your blueprints into your dreams. I'm Vastine East.
Join the ATS family and live life in full bloom.
Abundance.
Blossom.
Gratitude.
Engagement.
ATS to me is total transparency.
This is Jerome Red. And you know, I'm loving it. Woo! Oh, I'm loving it.
Future. My future is bright with ATS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sugar Trask, and I am with ATS University.
Pioneer community.
Break it down. Let me just share with you what break it down means to me and what ATS does with breaking it down.
Attention.
ATS got you. That's all I can say.
They make it so simple.
You feeling that?
Hi, everybody. This is Jerry reminding you that you can cultivate an attitude of gratitude.
I'm telling you, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, what your value system is, what religion you are, as long as you speak enough English to understand what's going on, you will be welcomed with open arms. With open arms.
Ooh, I'm feeling that.
Come on, possibilities. With ATS, your possibilities are endless.
Vanguard.
Reality.
ATS is universe of knowledge.
Crazy.
I would often pray to God to please send me a mentor that can guide me, a mentor that can give me a road map.
Actionable is information that allows action to be taken. ATS Junior Business University is actionable.
You don't have to be crazy to be here, but it helps. Hello.
Here's every single thing that you're going to get. And I mean everything you're going to get, plus we'll add more. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give you $30,000 worth of courses, worth of value, worth of sharing my screen, showing you how I built my company, and all that kind of stuff like that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull back the curtains, and every single morning I have a meeting in which we show and we actually run this company and how we do things. And in this meeting, we're going to give you the daily business, money, and marketing team meetings. All these tips, you're going to get instant access to how a 9-figure company stays successful. You're going to learn how to structure your morning meetings with your company. You're going to learn why daily team meetings are important and to the success of your company. You're going to learn tips and strategies and all sorts more. That's $30,000 right there. Then I'm going to teach you real estate investment trading. That's it. Another $20,000 is going to grow every single month on just real estate investment so you can get what you need. And I mean everything from real estate investment. And I want to give you a leadership class because, right, what's the point of leading people if you don't know how to lead? Or what's the point of leading people if you're not going to continue to lead? That's a $15,000 value. This class is long and it also grows every single month. It's kind of like Netflix, right? Every single time that you decide to do something, it's every single time we give you more value and let that value in your doing something grow every single month. Then what I want to do, I'm going to give you a business accelerator. Now, this is where we take your business from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures, etc., etc. So you're going to learn how to leverage the knowledge of myself and my friends and my millionaire friends and my billionaire friends. You're going to learn credit hacks. You're going to do all this stuff. That's a $5,000 value that we're going to give to you immediately. Then we're going to teach you branding and cash flow. Cash flow is king. Cash makes you a slave. Cash flow is king. That'll make you royalty. That's an extra $3,500. Plenty of things there. You're going to learn what branding is, what branding is not, but most importantly, you're going to learn how to generate money, not just make money. Then you're going to get law of attraction. That's another $3,500. Overcome a low self-esteem, $999. Retraining your subconscious mind, $999. Then we're going to give you a full capability for you to make money with us, a full back office, a back office suite. You're going to have access to your back office. You're going to be able to see who joins your success team. You're going to be able to track your money, put inside your back office all the stuff that you need to be successful, and we're not going to charge you a dime. There's no monthly fee for that. That's another $999. And we're going to give you your own website. You're going to get your own website. Not going to charge you for that either. So you can have the opportunity to make money with us. Essentially, we're going to help you build your own sales funnel, a whole template, and you're going to be able to dominate from there. This is a total value of $80,489. Plus, if you put in your address, we will give you a free book from the richest man in the trash can himself, me, that would teach you the 36 objective laws of leaving the middle class. I sure hope you're ready right now, because in the domination of all things, click that link below